Hello. And second session of today was related to business model canvas. Now, my idea or session is related to idea to business model activity based learning. So, in the morning, we have seen how to select the idea because PM Pawar sir has taken some activities because he has made two groups in that random words related to that some random words from this side and then connecting that random words and how to generate a problem statement with these ideas that we have seen in the morning. Somehow with related to that because many times what happens whenever we are conducting any sessions, we learn a lot of about how to product development, how to business, but what are the sources of idea generation? In the morning, he told that even in the bathroom, he realized one idea and he has noted that idea down. But what care should be taken while selecting the ideas? Because ultimately, our aim is to convert this idea to some product and again further stages of is to convert towards entrepreneurship or business model. So first is whenever we are talking about idea generation technique, first question comes in our mind is 5 whys. So all WH questions everybody knows why, who, how, where. These are the various WH questions. So and why I'm repeating some few things again and again because if you want to go for product development, then as an academician, we know that we are engaged in so many activities. So for doing our individual product development or research, we get somewhat less time. So it's better if you convert this idea to business model in your UG students or if you convert this to your PG students. So at least few products will come to you. And for that purpose, I'm somewhat refreshing all the things that we have discussed from yesterday's session. So, what five whys question before selecting any idea because how to idea box no? Idea rack. In the morning session we have seen idea rack. So how to drop the ideas in the idea rack that we have seen in the morning. But which idea will be sustainable? That we have to discuss in this session because as sir told that product development sometimes it happens that idea is also good, your prototype model developed that is also good, but it cannot be converted to business plan. So every time selecting or getting a good idea will not serve the final purpose of business model or entrepreneurship. And for that purpose, 5 why questions should be asked by everyone to themselves whenever they are dealing with any of the idea. So what if? If this is not the case, then what things will be happen with respect to that? Then word banking and word banking is collections of words. That activity in the morning already we have conducted, and that's what this links with the mind mapping. Suppose we want to go for a travel plan. Travel plan means again tree diagram structure will come where you want to go, means selection of destination. Then what activity should be done during your tour. Some may, while selecting again location, somebody may like sightseeing, somebody may rainy season, somebody like. So depending upon these things, you will select your destination. What does it mean? So what are the expectations of the customers from you? According to that, you will select your destinations. Now, as this is our travel trip, that's why our own priority are at the top. But this we are linking it to the our business plan. So second, if you selected the destination, then second mapping will come as mind mapping will come. Then what activities you will conduct, whether you will play games or you will go to some this nature location and keep quiet, or some adventures games, all these things. That way, whenever you some idea comes in your mind, In that case, you have to do the mapping by lower levels of that idea. Then third is use social media, because we know that now ChatGPT is one of the good tool. So whenever whatever idea came in your mind, whether that idea is sustainable or not, for that, and again for getting many ideas, you can use the help of social medias with that, because suppose one idea came in my mind that I will do some product development, and if whether this idea is sustainable, whether somebody has worked on this idea or not. For that purpose, what is my reason? What I will do? What is my first step? In any research, what we are doing? Literature survey. That means literature survey means you are searching whether some patents are there on this, whether some publications are for this idea or not. That means I can say that at least my idea is valid. And then how to sustain in the market, for that future plans are there. With respect to that, I will go further. Network is the reverse brainstorming. Already sir told about reverse engineering in the morning. So you have to dismantle the existing things and again rearrange the things either in the modification in the product or outcome. Then third is the brain writing. For brain writing, scamper technique is there. What is that technique? We will see in the next slide. Another is the role storming. So what will not work? In the role storming means putting our feet in the other's shoe. That means, in short, empathy. So we will think from others' point of view, that is customer's point of view. So what will not work is actually whenever we are, again in the morning, he has given the example of young children. So there a lot of technical modification has been done, but these technical modification are not compatible with reference to the cost as compared to Tata Motors or Maruti, the vehicles, four-wheelers. So in that situation, you have to think that what will not work for that product. Then last is the SWOT analysis, means gap findings you have to do. So these are the general things that can be used, techniques for generation of the idea. Then what is the scamper method? Scamper method is again used for creative thinking. And what are the scamper methods? All letters stand for. S stands for substitute. So whatever existing ideas are there or existing methodologies are there. Suppose sir has given an example of IRPC, railway reservation. So first job, whenever you are doing the reservation, is ticket booking, is the first goal. With respect to that, because nowadays you have seen the condition of ST bus. I will take another example. ST bus. We have seen that due to private vehicles, railway, etc. In last many years, 10 years, ST was not, means they are in loss. But nowadays, in the last 1 year, they have done, before 3 years, they have done the modification that for senior citizens, they have created the schemes. That's why some public were going towards it. Now, for ladies, they have made 50% quota. Nowadays, if you see from last 6 months, lot of rush to the STs. That means again to capture the market, and that's why you have to think what can be substitute for that. Second is the combine. Combine, suppose one method is there, one process is there, and with that process, I'm not getting the proper result. And that is example of our Samsung. Yesterday we have taken one case study. Samsung, because mobile phones first goal is to call, receive the calls, to do the message, mail, etc. But in that, 2-3 apps were combined together, because in manufacturing they have made that size of, because considering the eye contact, etc., they have made the screen size wider. Second is camera facility. So nowadays selfie, that's why addiction, that's why more focus, many more while taking the mobile, they are focused on the camera purpose. That means combine, C stands for combine. That means 2-3 features you can add in one product, so that your innovation in the product can be reflected. So another method for creative thinking is, first is substitute. You can do substitute for actually existing method. Second is combine. So two, three methods can be combined so that your innovation comes in the picture, which will serve in the market. Third is adapt the new technologies. As the same reference I will take, 5G technology. Nowadays, whatever our previous mobiles were there, they were adaptable for 4G technology. So new mobiles can see the picture, which will adapt. Now 6G is again about to finish. So after 1 year, we may again, even though our mobiles are working conditions, still due to 6G, we will again repurchase the mobile. So adapt the new technology. M is for modify the physical appearance so that it will attract towards the people. Then P is put to another use, means customers feedback point of view. As I told you that keeping our feet in the other shoe, they will actually, whenever I'm selling the product, that time I feel that my product is good. But from end user side or customer side, what is his feedback? That's why putting my feet in the other shoe, that is empathy in design thinking. That is P stands for put to another use. E is the eliminate. Eliminate means some unwanted things are there, whether I can reduce it or not. So again, I will take the example of mobile, not mobile, our regular, what we can say, cell phones. Cell phones, that time size was very thick, weight was also near about 75 grams, etc. But nowadays, if because and that was for battery purpose, but nowadays modification in the battery, if they can sustain for 24 hours, so why not to reduce the size? So whatever unexisting parts are there, can we eliminate that to reduce or to show it's a good physical appearance? On that part also we have to think. Then last is the reverse. Already we have seen that reverse engineering. Then this is previous metrics. So these are, we have seen that idea generation method is there. So in the idea generation, what is the process? Still some part are repetition, but again I will tell that in the idea generation process, first is the hypothesis of the problem. Investigate what the unmet needs of our customers. That means we have to think from customer point of view, what problem they are facing. In yesterday's discussion, we came to one problem. I will tell that myself and Thakare sir with Natu sir we were discussing. So nowadays, a lot of hazardous takes place due to that what we can say, gas geyser, which works on cylinder and etc. Suppose if the bathroom size is less and temperature is increased, there is sparking, or sometimes if one person, means senior citizen, has problem of BP etc. In such situation, 1% death rate is also there in that. And electric or solar geyser is there. So idea was that whether we can combine gas geyser to electric geyser. That was the idea came in our mind and we were discussing. So in that, so what is the customer's need? Because again sometimes if both the persons in the family they are working, then whether that cylinder came at that time we were at home or not, that is another issue. So in such situation, so can we combine gas geyser with the electric geyser? That was our yesterday's point of discussion. So investigate what the unmet needs of our customers are there. So what customer is expecting more nowadays for their comfort, for cost reduction, for good quality, any point. Then second, explores possibility to solve these problems. So first, like our research, MTech, PhD research, whatever hypothesis we are deciding, with respect to that, you have to decide the hypothesis of your problem. So what problem is going to solve after this my product? Second is the prototype generation. So whenever we are generating, any product, that time directly we cannot step to business model. So what we are doing first, compare, take the example of your MTech or PE project. What we are doing first, we are deciding certain hypothesis. Before that, even rather we are telling students to find some research papers, find out the idea from that. And my method is that every time I tell the students that suppose 4 students are there in the project group, what they have to do, everybody should bring minimum 3 papers. So 3 different papers. So 4 students group is there, 12 papers they will get. 12 papers they have used different methodologies. Combine these methodologies and from that finalize your block diagram of the problem that you are going to solve. That means first what we are doing literature survey. Then we are combining this literature survey. We are actually finding the what problem should be solved. That means hypothesis of the problem. After hypothesis of the problem, we are going for block diagram, and through block diagram, we are going exactly for the physical model, that is prototype. So must be tested a prototype to see if solutions solve the problem that we are called to solve. That means what was our hypothesis, whether that after generation of the prototype model, whether what was our expectation, whether that product is solving our problem or not. Then third is the try and return to reformulate. So what third part is very important if you want to switch to business. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to try, return. That means once the prototype model is there, testing has to be carried out. Whether testing means not normal project what we are doing for final year projects, not like that way. You have to ask the various questions of sir told in second session, that is business point of view, expectation. What are the expectations? What are the need? Whether you are doing cost reduction, how, whether your idea or whether your solution is sustainable for 5 years, what is the size of the market, that all care you have to take, and again you have to go for redesigning it. So what modification can be done in your design? Then what are the sources for idea generation? Sources in the morning sir told that idea rack we are keeping, and in that idea rack, whatever anything came in our mind, we are putting in that idea rack. But as sir told, you have to revisit this idea rack again and again. Unless and until you revisit this idea rack, you will not combine, because suppose I have given a certain solution, even though I will say that if I prepare that slides today, after 1 month, if I am again supposed to prepare the slides on this, my slides will be different. So aspects of seeing the things after few experience or certain reading is going to change. And therefore, what is your role? Source of idea generation. In that, I will say that when you prepare your idea rack, you have to continuously revisit that idea rack. And for that purpose, sir told that interaction within the faculty members should be there. It should not be constrained to domain specific. That is, electrical person will electric. Only talk about the electrical. If we take the problem of electric vehicle, and if I will discuss with the mechanical people, they will come to know the actual physical things, because even though electric vehicle is the technology, but where it has to be implemented is all bodies mechanical parts. So whenever I am putting the battery inside, so the mechanical parts has to be, certain modification has to be done, and for that purpose, you have to interconnect all the peoples. That means what are the sources of idea generation? You feel after reading, after discussion, that is another part. So one of the source is the customer basic, because ultimately you are solving the problem of the customer. Therefore, you have to see from customer's point of view. Second is the competitors. Suppose the one problem, one solution is existing in the market. So suppose they are giving solution in 10,000 rupees. So whether whatever product you have developed, whether it sustains, it is same cost of 10,000 or higher. If higher, what modifications in the design or what comfort, what technological development you are giving to the peoples, that you have to think. That means another role is that, and the same is the human tendency, because we always see near to the competitors. And with respect to that, we feel that we should do something different. And that's why another source of the idea generation is competitor. Then top management. So I will say that top management is from industry. They are saying that this R&D should be modified as we have to sustain in the market. Now I will say that from our perspective, academician perspective, I will say that in our college, for every R&D purpose, we are setting the targets. So for completion of that target, we have to, by hook or crook, you have to search for some ideas and go on working on that. So top management is another source of idea generation. Scientific research, that we have talked a lot from the morning about scientific research. That is what can be done. The same thing which we have done in your UG, PG, PhD projects. So scientific research means scientific papers we are searching, and gap finding we are calculating. And with respect to that gap finding, what we are doing, what problem we will solve. So from that we will get the idea. Then next is the miscellaneous sources. As I told you, social media, discussion with the friends, interdisciplinary persons discussions. From that we will also get the ideas. Then dealers and representative, because that's why our college always institute focus on the industry interactions. Why? Because industry have live problems. Whatever we are doing as academician is theoretical problem, but industry we will get the real time problem, and that's why the leaders and representative of the industry are another source for idea generation. And for that we are always making compulsion that we should get some sponsor projects so that we can solve the real time problems through our projects. So while doing this, we will ask 5 questions, as I said, WH questions. So first is, are the are they opportunities? Screening ideas. So because in the morning sir said that in the idea that lot many hundreds of ideas are there, but all these ideas are not sustainable. Only few ideas we will take ahead for product development, and that's why you have to sort out the ideas and take only 1 or 2 ideas in the further. But while doing that, as discussed in the morning, we should not underestimate anybody's idea, or should not say that it is a dumb idea. So that idea, when we connect to other idea, some new inventions or some new ideas may generate. Therefore, what important customer problems are you going to solve? So this is one of the part of your lean canvas or business model. So whenever we are selecting any project, that time you should ask the question, what problem you are going to solve? Because if you see that even though some students are participating in Avishkar, hackathon, various competition. So in that, what was the first question? How your product is different from the existing product in the market, or how your ideas are innovative. That first 2 answers, they are only screening of your idea key. So first part is what important customer problem that we are going to solve. Then what in second step is how are you going to do it? So what is the methodology to solve the problem? Then third, how many customers are there that are willing to buy from you? So again in the morning said that strength, but they in the morning PM Power sir discussed the strength in terms of money. He said that 50 lakh to 500 crores your turnover should be there. Then and then only your idea will sustain as a business. But I will in this I have considered it individual customers number instead of cost number. So how many customers are there that are willing to buy from yours? And why can only you provide the solution? Why means what is the uniqueness in your solution? The last is how can you defend against others? This competition. So these are the 5 questions, and one by one we will go with every question. First, next. Next slide. So what important customer problem are you going to solve? So then, how valuable? Again, same that MJ Hector's example comes. Whether that features are really valuable means need of the customer, because normal customer size is middle class family. So whether this all advanced features, whether the customer needs actually or not. So first is how valuable is your solution, how painful is the solution. Girish sir said same thing, value proposition, painful and valuable. These two are contradictory things, and with respect to that, you have to think over solving the problems of the customer. Remember, you need a change. You need to change somebody's behavior to buy the product. That means, again, same thing. Initially, same mobile example I will continue. Initially, persons call were only to take the call and to dial the call. Means call only is and messaging someone. But nowadays, a lot of features in the mobile game, and that's why customers' expectations are also increased. So, how you can make others to buy your product? That can be defined properly when you are selecting any idea. Because we are ultimately discussing from the idea rank how to sort out your ideas. Next, how you are going to do? Pahila question hota what, second how you are going to do in that business model which Girish sir has explained. That is product, distribution, location, technology innovation, service and brand. So from business point of view, you have to think over that. Already that part is discussed 1.5 hours as the business model. Next question, how many customers are there that are willing to buy from you? So last week we have visited VRC. So in that they have now we have our RHRDF center, Rural Human Resource Development Center. In that technology provider partners are PRC, and we are giving few products, few services to the rural peoples. But now they have wide range of product, near about 250 products. So all the 250 products will not suit to Pandharpur. Very few products only are sustainable, or because all the near peoples are near about farmers, and they mostly go for sugarcane and pomegranate or grapes, etc. So related to that agricultural problem, these products can be sustained to our areas. That means how many customers are there that are willing to buy from you? Because it depends upon geographical areas, because every area's problem is different. So how many customers are there? What is the market size? Because if you are investing too much while converting this your idea to business model, you have to think about the size of the market. Then and then only your investment will justify to your outcome or revenue generation. And then only you will sustain to the market. And because most of the problem, yesterday I have asked Naku sir that whenever we listen the word entrepreneurship, that time fear comes in the market. So investment, economical, financial things, and whether that business will sustain or not, that are two big issues, and how much to take the risk. That is again third issue. So that's why you have to, before going to entering or actually investing the money, you have to search what is the market size. Then how many will buy from you? How many will buy from you? Now, because nowadays what happens, even though you take the example of tea, tea also now you might have seen that last 2 years, how many types of tea stalls are there, even in Pandharpur. So what should be the market size? How much share you will get? That you have to think over it. So what is market share? Because your product may be good, you have to make something different. Then and then only customers will attract towards you. The third, who will be your first customer beside your mom? Because again, to that, I will link that you should not fall in love with your idea and your products. That in the morning I said that because everybody feels that whatever I have done is the best one. So, who will be your first customer? And second, last will be who will be your 100th customers. From that, you will come to know what is the size of the market and what is your share through that product in the market. Fourth question will be why can only you provide the solution? So again, here comparison comes in the market. So what are the existing product? So what is the unique feature of your product? Either that unique feature in terms of cost, because customers first very still I will say that even in India, 70% customers are there who will prefer first cost, and features 30% only will focus on feature. So therefore, while preparing a product or entering into the market, you have to also think that what is your uniqueness? Why do you provide that nobody else can? So again, what is your specialty? What is your specialty and why others cannot provide this solution? So that justification should be there. So you might have seen that whenever we are taking the final year vivas or on project presentation, that time we generally ask the same question. But sometimes answer of the student should be, I have unique idea. But it is not the case. That idea is existing in the market, that means idea is not new. You have to reframe that idea through innovation. Next. How can you defend against others? How can you defend against others? That location, brand, patent, great service, great test, great fashion sense, etc. That means your last question, how to sort out or screening the ideas. In that, you can say that my location, because just now I will say that my son has completed 12th, and while selection of the colleges, we have seen that first after KEM, BJ merit is high. Actually, we have done a lot of brainstorming, survey, etc. From that, I came to know that other four colleges, review of the people are that other four colleges in the Mumbai are better than BJ in terms of academics, research, etc. But still, merit of BJ is high. Why? Location matters. Location matters. Or even after Mumbai and Pune colleges, merit of Nagpur college is high. Why? Because all Vidarbha person will not shift to Mumbai or Pune. They will prefer their college. That's why every time, whenever you are saying that this quality of any point selection, in that case, even location also matters a lot. Then brand, patent, etc. If you have valid patent, then obviously no justification should be given about your quality of the product. Then 10 steps from converting idea to business. Because we have discussed a lot from idea selection, reverse engineering, business model. So in that, what steps should be carried out? Because what is the business model that Giri sir told, but how to sort out the idea, and first after sorting out this idea, how to convert that idea to business model. So what should be the steps that we will see? First, produce an idea, because again in the morning also we have seen that whenever we were playing a game, that time first question was asked to me, giving a word. What was my choice? Solar. So I will not shift to another word. I will go with my comfort, because my abilities or technical abilities in my field, that's why I will definitely go towards it. So whenever you are picking the idea, because every session, all the research are saying that you have to work interdisciplinary. It doesn't mean that your expertise is in the electrical engineering and you will search ideas in the civil engineering. It will not happen, or it will not rather work. It is think that civil engineering problem is there, and in that some electrical part is there, you can help me for that, and you can collaborate with it. So pick an idea that fits your passion, goals, strength, resources, and tolerance for risk. Second is think through all the angles. That means All the angles means we have seen the business model. You have to think that who will be your 5 questions, who will be your customers, what will be the size of the market, what is your share, how the technical specification of your product will be there, what is the design, whether design is validated. So you have to think in all aspects, and from that, because if your idea is valid, then and then only investor will invest money whenever you are converting your idea to business model. Third is get feedback. So get feedback from customers, people who know the market, the business model, and competitions, and predecessors. So already in previous slide we have discussed the same thing. Then fourth is respond to feedback after market study, and again empathy is one of the part. So you will only pay when it comes to you. So you have to go in the other shoe, and accordingly you have to respond to feedback, and after responding to feedback you have to modify your product quality. Then build a basic, because in this business model you cannot directly jump to business model. So first is prototyping, then validating. This prototyping, rather I will say that our mother is the first buyer of our. So what we will do? We will open a shop. Before entering the business model, we will open a shop, or rather nowadays Flipkart, Amazon, etc. things are there. You can put your idea to there, and how the reviews of the persons or customers are there. With respect to that, you will feel that what modification in the product should be done. So respond to feedback, and then build a basic product. Build the basic product as quickly and inexpensively as you can, because financial consideration in the business model is very major aspect, and therefore whenever you are generating a prototype model, before that think, and that's what we are doing actually in the research. We are not directly going to prototype model. What we are doing? We are doing simulation. Simulation trials and errors we are doing, and whenever perfect results will come in the simulation, then that idea we are reflecting to physical or prototype model. So that's why once these all 4 points are covered, then and then only you are going towards the actually basic product development, and that will be less expensive. Then open shop, as I told you that open shop or online websites are there. You can put your product there, so you will get a lot of reviews in that. And from that, it is tempting to wait until your product is perfect to start selling it. Make a core product and get it into the market. म्हणजे काय करणार आहे? You are opening like a shop. लोकांना रिव्ह्यू विचारणार आहे, कारण आपल्या जवळचे लोक काय करणार आहे? They will give good review, because we are working for a long time on that. So definitely they will. So you have to criticize. That means open a shop. Open a shop means for criticism. Next. Test what you have created. This validation of the product. So test element, pricing, branding, customers experience, measure the result, and draw the conclusion. And once this has been done, what is the next step? Redesign. So make adjustment. Once you learn which aspect of your product and marketing you got wrong, you will have to fix it. Means whatever lacunas are, gap findings are there, you have to work on that gap finding. Next. Get ready to grow. Revisit your business plan, because that's what I said, that whatever idea came in my mind after 1 month, the same idea I can think in different perspective. Therefore, when you are putting your actually product or idea in the or research hypothesis in the business plan or lead canvas, so after searching all these things and after redesigning, you have to revisit your business plan. Then stop or start the accelerator. Once it is approved, then and then only you can invest the money. So these are about the 10 steps to follow idea to business model. So actually, that's why I have asked the question to Giri sir, what is difference between the lean canvas and business canvas? Actually, that is quite different. Though the business canvas merge lean canvas, but lean canvas cannot merge business canvas. Why? Because lean canvas is from Entrepreneur's point of view. Entrepreneur's point of view, that means he mainly focus on design, size, rate, customers, market, etc. All these things. But whenever you are going towards business, that time you have to go for with not only with the entrepreneurship mindset, but it also who is your consultant, that is role, because consultant is in the market, he is studying many companies or same similar products in the market. Therefore, he will compare, and he is the best criticizer of you. Therefore, business model is somewhat different from the lean canvas. But as I told you, I will be happy if you, after my session, if you convert your final year projects into at least lean canvas. Our one step we have moved ahead, and I will be happy if I will say that this my motto of organizing this workshop will be fulfilled. So lean canvas model. So one is the problem definition. So you have to define your problem, what problems you are going to solve. Second, what solutions you are getting. Third are the key matrices, value proposition, already discussed in the middle slide. Then unique advantages, channels, what are your channels? So each question, and this is our activity of today's session. So already how converting means thinking of idea, filtering that idea, and idea filtration to prototype development, and converting this prototype to business that we have discussed up till now. So now our job is to this is the activity based. So idea you have to select. So I have prepared. I have prepared pages like this way, where lean canvas has been already there. So above it, you have to write your idea. Is what is your idea, and you have to fit your idea in this 8 sections. In this 8 section is your idea. While fitting this your idea into this 8 section, that is your lean canvas. Lean canvas is the part of business canvas, because we are thinking as an entrepreneurship point of view. So here, what are the unique advantages? Customer segment, who will be your customers? Then what are the channels? Then revenue stream, how will you manage? Then cost structure. These are the 9 parts are there of your lean canvas. So we will ask one by one questions on each part. So problem definition. So ideal expectation. So what should be done? What should be done? There I have written version x dot double dot date month year. So when I am converting, so we have seen 10 steps of idea to business model. So what we are doing after 1 month, when we are revisiting, so we feel that something new here. Iterations in short. So that's why whenever you are putting your project, final year's project into a lean canvas model, after that you have to do repeated iterations on it. After few paper literature survey, then actual problem. So whenever students will purchase the components, that time who will be your customers, all these points. And that's why the thinking of students will also develop from that. So because project means this project should not be done only for marks. That our being the academician, our role is to fit in the mindset of the students, that whenever you are doing any project, that time you have to think from all aspects. That is one of the skill development of your students also. So, and what question should be asked? First is problem definition. What is the problem that you are going to address? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So problem statement cannot be vague. So generally whenever I'm checking the slides, PPT slides of the students or even thesis, I always ask the question, your problem statement should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that way, one line statement should be there. Problem statement in the thesis also and in the PPT also should not be like a essay. Problem statement should be one thing that I am handling, second thing, third thing, fourth. May not be. In a PhD, I am handling 5 problems, different problems. So in UG project or PG project, it may not happen that you are handling number of problems. Then in that situation, if you are handling one problem, then one problem should be sorted to one A, B, C, D of that. So what are the steps of that problem step? Then customer segment for whom you are creating the values. Who are our most important customers? So that part should be now. Whenever while doing the activity, whenever I will give you this paper, that time your role is pointers, problem definition. You have to write 1, 2, 3, 4 pointers. Then second is customer segment. Then in the customer segment, right side. So who are your customers? How you are creating the value in the customers? That you should be able to. This is the activity. The third is the value proposition, expectation. These are ideal expectations. Every project may not serve all the expectation, and if it will fulfill all the expectation, then it can be at the stage of converting to business. So value proposition, what values do we deliver to the customers? Which of our customer problem are we going to solve? So not from designer point of view, from customer's point of view, which problem you are solving. Network is channel expectation. How channel means what is the path to reach my end users. So whether I am going to sell, going to everybody's home or at their doorstep, or whether I am putting it on the like Amazon, Flipkart, etc., or how I am going to channelize my customers. So that is how will I reach my customer segment to deliver a value proposition to them. Which are their preferred channels and how is it being done now? What are the existing methods to reach to this type of solution and how you are going to reach? So what is your plan? Then if there is solution, so in the solution, what are expectations? What solution will be developed to solve the problem at hand? Is there a unique solution or alternative will be provided? So that is the question of every competition. So same thing. But actually that time as we are not putting our projects into clean canvas, that's why whenever we are writing the draft of, not we or students are writing the draft of for any competition, that time they feel that what should be my uniqueness, and in that case we have to help. So it's a better, while doing the first semester part is the literature survey, if you do the project with respect to that, student will also come to know that uniqueness, or there itself we will come to know that what modifications in the objective of the project should be done. Next, the key metrics. What matrices will I track for the project to ensure it should be have control over it. Then next is the unique advantages. What are the unique advantages or how my solution will be different in the market? What are the cost expectation? Because the same problem. Now yesterday you might have seen that we have inaugurated 2 electric diyas. So that electric diyas, lot of varieties are. Even that LED also and solar diyas also, lot of varieties are. So then cost consideration will come. Why to go for that? Then revenue, what value are our customers willing to pay? What value are they paying now for available options? So these are revenue generations, things are there that we have to consider before investing our money. Even the project, suppose students have invested 6,000 rupees in their UG project. So 6,000 rupees. So what are the chances to get that 6,000 rupees back? That is different thing that Swiri is doing well in that front also. We are giving 4,000 rupees to student for project alums, every student, every group we are giving. But still, out of that, whether you can generate any revenue out of this, that we have to think. So this is all about my session. Questions, because again I said that I'm also like you only, so I have not done too much great things, but my expectation out of this FDP is that if you convert your final year projects into lean canvas model, that is also I will say that means my goal of organizing this FDP is good. So any question?
Can we select project for in that case, which theme that should be must be seen for that?
Which thing is
Important thing.
that's what from the morning we are discussing. Idea bucket list is there, that is there. Out of that, we have to, whenever you are finalizing the idea, that time we have to see the clean canvas, what it is. Clean canvas, all things. All things. What is your uniqueness in the project? What are channels? How you can reach to customer? I will show you one of the project. Second PPT. This green canvas we have started long back in the pandemic, and that time my first generally we are allocating the project batches in second year only. So that time my electrical department was started just, and my second year student I have given a project, and that time only they have filled their project idea in the lean canvas model. Group 7.
Group 7
हाँ. Design and fabrication of compact paper recycling machine was the project title I have given to the student. So in that, our idea, I will explain your points. That time, our idea was that every year, every semester, lot of stationery is wasted because students have assignment, triple P, then journals, and near about 4,000 students are there. So if we want to sell that waste papers, then charges of that waste paper nearly matches with the transportation cost. So why not to recycle that waste paper at institute rates? That is our value proposition number 1. Value proposition number 1. So recycling that waste paper at institute only. And in that total paper recycling unit, because the cost of that project was very high, so what students have done, they have done a lot of fantastic job. What they have done, they went to what we can say, West Market. And from West Market itself, they visited one paper industry, even though in the pandemic. Again, they seen that, and after some time, we stuck that sugar cane juice is there at our door. So, what is the logic behind that? We are, because it is a manually operated paper recycling machine. So, we are that person is by hand it is moving that, and 2 gears are moving, one in clockwise and other in anti-clockwise direction. So, whatever what we can say that thin sheets of metals are there, and in that paper sheets are placed. So pressing of the paper was there. So total 6 units were there of total recycling unit. First is cutting the papers, then making the their what we can say. Pulp, making the pulp of that. Then pulp consists, as this is raw paper, and students have written on that. So blue, red, black color. So we have to stain that. Inking has to be done. So that was second step. Then what should be done? Then they have done, like Yamtech, they have done trials on that. If this much agent has been placed, what should be the quality of paper? Then again, for binding this pulp, some cohesive material is required. and how much material for 1 kilo of paper should be put in that. So these 3-4 trials they have done, and every trial, whatever paper has been generated, they kept in a transparent bag for showing purpose. And vernier caliper, they have measured the thickness of the paper. Of course, everything was done by raw material only, not so we haven't got the finished product, but at least at their UG level, they tried the best. And so that is the lead canvas for that process. First is problem. Design and fabrication of compact paper recycling machine was the first problem statement. Second, so what problem you are finding? Means what solution you are finding? Reduce the time and transportation cost. Second, the quality of the product should be better. Quality of the product should be better. So these are my problem statements. Solution. How I was providing solution to the customer. Paper files काय करणार आहे मी फाइल्स बनवणार आहे त्याच्या रद्दी पेपर जो रिसायकल केलेला आहे त्याच्या किंवा पेपर बॅग्स किंवा ड्रॉइंग शीट किंवा एक कार्टून्स बनवतात ते ह्याचेच असतात ब्लॅकिश कलरचेच असतात आम्ही असाही विचार केला वी थॉट दॅट इफ वी काय ते डी साठी the cost also if we want to reduce what should be done तर मग त्याचे मग ज्याला डी करायचं नसेल तर त्याचे एक चे कॅरेट बनवा त्याला काही ब्लॅक कलर कसलाही कलर असतात so that way solution 1 2 3 4 and for that lot of brainstorming is required and as said in the morning by PM Pawar sir we should give this task to student too at least their thinking ability will get improved. After all, and for that purpose, first we have to study. Then key matrices, good quality of product, color, thickness, less cost. Then value proposition, less cost, eco-friendly, pollution-free, good quality, color and thickness. Again, it cannot be a perfect lean canvas model. But at least they tried, they have thought of all these angles at this stage. That is again enough. Second, unique advantages, double decrease of the environmental load. What is double decrease? Sometimes wasted paper we are just burning, and due to burning of that, CO2 creation is there. And second is we have to shift this paper to paper industry, transportation cost is there. So double benefit. At institute itself, we have recycled, we have generated means. You are producing drawing sheets or 8 carats. That means you are generating the revenue itself. Anyway, these papers we are going to be wasted. Then channels, internet, blogs, direct sale, wholesale and retailer shop. So that student have found everything. Huh? So they said that whoever is selling 8 carats, etc., we will visit that wholesaler shop in the near about Pandharpur because we are not located in the Pune city. So one source is internet. Customers, who will be your customers? If we are preparing the drawing sheets, school colleges will be our customer. If we are making the correct 8 carat, then farmers will be the customer. And if you are making the files, then offices will be the customer. Then revenue stream vary product wise 10 rupees to 100 rupees per piece. So what should be the cost of? This is the product cost. This is not investment of paper recycling unit. What is your product cost? How it is varying? And cost structure machinery. So main investment in the cost is machinery, its installation cost and various chemicals. That was cost structure. Means in the unit is while establishing that business, what is the major contribution in the cost? That is machinery and its installation. And whatever product is developed, that cost is vary from 10 rupees to 100 rupees. How what you are producing depending on. So that's it from my side. Now, Khadge sir, I think that I have answered your questions. Any other question? So,
manpower cost will be included in the cost structure, right?
Under the cost.
manpower cost will be included under. So I urge everybody that from henceforth You should convert all your projects to lean canvas model.
Because business should not be only the product which can be sold. Your services can also be one of the business.
I mean, for computer peoples. Computer peoples, your service is your product.
Not for
Right, sir, not service. Your software generation, or if you are generating an app is your product. And you are giving services also you can put in the lean canvas form. So we will do one thing, we will make the groups. Three, depending upon the strength, we will make 6 persons in a group. And you take your own idea and fit that idea into the lean canvas.
if there's silence, give them assignment work in tomorrow morning.
Okay. That way also we can go. So I will submit the paper, but at least before going.
And if you want a break, you can make the paper at the home in the night and prepare the sheet and submit it tomorrow. So tomorrow, 15 minutes, maybe you will present to them. That also we can. Maybe you are tired and you are not able to speak the idea and then put it in a chart.
It's your choice. If you say that,
If you want
sir,
to do it here,
make a photograph of this and post in the this WhatsApp group also. That WhatsApp group or
This question is, should we protect our idea or not? Should we protect our idea or not? What happens? Protect.
protect.
you can go for now.
No, protect means at initial stage, unless and until your solution is unique, it has not been proved. How can you protect the idea?
It can be.
Not legally, but sometimes what happens? If you take the example of Micromax mobile, okay, initially the market was good, then Samsung comes, the quality of Samsung app or whatever may be comparatively is same, but due to the name of Samsung, the market is taken over by the company. So in some cases, what happens? Our idea is good, but somehow another company comes with holding someone's hands, and that company take over of the market. So we have to protect some idea. At that time, we have to protect some idea.
Protection of idea is not like just you need to go for the filing the patent immediately. That will be ever fine idea, but still you can send a mail to yourself. If you require 10-15 days to complete the patent process, you can send your mail to yourself as this is the idea, and then you can start writing patent, and in the next 10 days you can complete your task. And if somewhere the claim comes that this was put by me before you, at that time you can show that this is the mail sent by me myself. This idea was generated initially, and the patent was filed after 10 days. That can also be accepted at the time of examination. That way also you can protect your idea.
Because sometimes idea leaks and
No,
someone
that
else,
we have some our patent coordinator, we can say that the Nesar. So what we are doing, if we are submitting ideas to him and asking him to file the patent, sometimes he may go for the filing the patent at himself. But what we are doing, we are sending mail to him and asking him to write the patent. That is a mail. Your email is a strong proof. You can write it. So that's why if you don't want to share with anybody and create chaos, you can send a mail to yourself. That is also can be a kind of proof for the protection of IP.
Any other?
Any question from online participants? You can
Like
put
group will they have to make.
Okay.
any question from online participant, they can put in chat.
Or individual shall be.
Fine. Individual.
You can individually, that will be better. That many ideas will come, and then you put in the idea club. Your idea club, idea box is there. Sure. She is now.
Shall I?
Ma'am,
Then.
I will hand over to Vidyarani Sagar madam. Lean canvas page I have printed. That page will be sent to your WhatsApp group. And the task of at home today's takeaway that you have to convert your idea, put your idea in the lean canvas concept. And tomorrow you have to submit me. You will randomly we will ask you. If time permits, we will go for our presenting the idea. Okay.